This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scooch Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. And you are now tuned in to the Viewers Anonymous podcast, where we give you our very own reviews and takes of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's up, brother?
Oh, man. I'm all right, man. You know what I'm saying? I am super excited for this one, man, because we got one of those unorthodox episodes. And it's like,
yeah.
And I do, because I get like super excited because it'd be like, this time, like, I have no idea where this shit's gonna go.
Right.
And I love those.
Right.
Those are really exciting. But I'm all right though, man. Just out here trying to make it. You know, I got my this is my 6-day week, so I ain't happy about that. But it's all good though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Gotta do what you gotta do out here. But how about you though, man? How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling great, man. Had a very productive week. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in the lab working on some stuff, so can't complain about that. You know how I am about the process of creation. That's when I get at, you know what I'm saying, my most excited point. Outside of the fact that it's snowing again, I'm pretty good. Pretty good.
Good, man. No snow here. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, last 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Had to break the legs back out, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how those
Really?
FedEx guys do when it start to get warm. I say, yeah,
Hey
man.
man,
It's been in the mid 60s here.
hey, do me a favor. Take a little bit of that, package it up, send it up this way, brother, because we need it, man. God, dog, we need it. Listen, I was out because so like my routine is, you know what I'm saying, I get up around like 6. I start moving out around like 7 because I gotta take the kids to school. And right when I drop them off, I just ride right up the street, you know what I'm saying? And I start working. For people that don't know, you know what I'm saying, like I do DoorDash, Amazon, I do gig work. So, you know what I'm saying? I be on the way.
Hmm.
Man, I get to looking at the clouds. I'm thinking, okay, it's looking a little dark out here. Maybe, about to rain. Man, about 30 minutes into my drive, I'm going to McDonald's, about to pick up an order to drop it off. I look, I'm like, nah, this ain't no rain. You start seeing snowflakes fall. I'm like, we getting some light snow. All right, whatever, cool. So about 3 o'clock, I get done. You know what I'm saying? Head to the house. Had to grab my tripod and some other stuff because I had some stuff to do. Man, I look back outside, bro. It's coming down like like it's been snowing for all week. I'm like, where did this come from, bro? I went to the car to go grab something, bro. We got at least like 4 or 5 inches of snow on the ground right now. Well, not right now. It's probably way more than that. But when I went outside, it was like 4 or 5 inches of snow. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, this some bull, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
None of that here, man. None of that here.
I'm jealous. I
We
ain't
got
gonna
we
lie
got
to you.
sunshine, man. Sunshine.
Man, listen, make me think about taking that, you know what I'm saying, that long ride to get up out of here, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been thinking about making the move, man. I'm like, bro, I gotta go somewhere where it's warm, man. Like Jay-Z said, I gotta go where it's sunny, no mosquitoes at, man. Cause this ain't it. I'm so sick
Nah,
of this
is it?
snow. I'm sick of all this, bro.
Man, I feel for you, man. I feel for you.
Yeah. I remember one time somebody that was living in California I was talking to, a good friend or whatever, they was telling me like it was cold. So I'm like, what you mean? They're like, yeah, I'm going out tonight, but I gotta wear a jacket or a coat or whatever they said. And I was like, well, what's the temperature? They was like, it's 50 degrees. Get the fuck off my phone, man. What the fuck are you talking about? 50 degrees. I'm like, nigga, we still wear shorts and 50 degrees out here. We go outside, we go outside like it's 70 when it's 50 degrees out here. That ain't nothing, man. That ain't nothing but a bad breeze. That's nighttime in Ohio.
Yeah, see,
Um,
we can get cold here. Like we got what was that? Early January. We had
mhm.
to do the whole joint where we had to leave the faucets dripping because it got below freezing. Um, about
What
one
was the
night.
temperature though?
It was, I think it got down that like that while we were sleeping. why we had to
Uh-huh.
leave it dripping. I think it got down to like 4 or something like that.
Oh, okay. I respect that then. And y'all by the water too, so that makes sense.
Yeah, like it was
Yeah.
something like that. It was like 4 or 5 or something like that. And so we had to leave, you know what I'm saying? So you don't, for the pipes don't be bursting around here.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like
Absolutely.
so I'm saying like yeah, it gets colder than California. We definitely get colder than
Oh no,
California.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let me tell you something. If it get 4 degrees in Ohio, ain't no pipe gonna burst in here. Okay. We used to that. That's nothing. Ain't nobody turning the water on. You know what I'm saying? Turn these goddamn heaters on, and that's it. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying? The
yeah.
only that's our access commodity is space heaters. If you ever want to make a space heater company, come to Ohio or just the Midwest region in general, you'll make a lot of money.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um, so today, man, we got a very special episode for you guys. We are doing a recast of some movies, and also we're going to talk about some roles that we definitely think should always stay the same, should never be changed, so on and so forth. Man, we just gonna do a little movie talk or TV talk, who knows? So, let's go ahead and kick this thing off, man. You know what I'm
Are we
saying?
gonna
First and foremost,
are we doing watching?
you already, hey, I was. I was on the way. I was on the way.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
leave.
okay. My
Nah,
bad,
we
my
on it.
bad.
Hey, listen, I'm glad you said something because that's exactly what we about to get into. So let's do it. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. What we
What we
watching?
watching?
What we watching?
I should have went ahead and did what I was gonna do anyway because I was gonna hit the air horn first and then say it, but it don't matter.
Oh, nigga, quit talking, man.
Oh, I didn't
Nigga,
mean to hit
shut
that
the.
one. I didn't mean to hit the Dick Gregory button. But anyway, so listen, man, I would like to go first on this one because I
No,
got a
please
good
do.
one. Oh, I got a good one. I only got
Uh-oh.
one. And this
Okay.
one for me
It's
is the
strong.
one. Oh
Okay.
my goodness. So I get on Netflix today. And I'm talking about 2 days, just recently, like before we got on here. And I'm going through and I see something new. It's a documentary. And it's called Lover, Stalker, Killer.
Mm.
And when I tell you that this is this is the one. Okay. Netflix, they put out some great docs. But this one topped a lot of the documentaries we've seen over the years, man. So basically it's about this guy. He is a mechanic and you know what I'm saying, he does all this car work and everything else, and it's this lady who ends up working with him. They fall in love, they have kids, get together, eventually they break up. Well, in the midst of the breakup, the girl says, I'm going back to Oklahoma with my family and I'm taking the kids with me. And the guy says, you know, he's a good dad. He like, oh, I'm gonna go too then. I'm gonna move there too. So I gotta be around my kids. And so he moves to Oklahoma right behind her. While he moves to Oklahoma, he's single, he ready to mingle, he gets on all the dating apps. He meets this lady. He gets with this lady and everything cool. He lets her know, I'm not looking for nothing serious. I'm just trying to kick it. She like, yeah, yeah, me too, whatever. So he dates her 2 weeks. Next thing you know, he at work, another lady pop up. He see her, you know what I'm saying? She got a little foot tattoo, you know what I'm saying? Got the tight jeans on. He like, God dang, who is this? She look, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So he get to kicking it with her. So next thing you know, they've been kicking it for a little while. Couple months go by. Next thing you know, he leave out. He going to work. He start getting all these wild ass text messages, but it's from the lady that he kicking it with. You know what I'm saying? So she like, I don't understand what the problem is. You ruining my life. Da, da, da. He like, what the fuck is going on? Well, the lady that he used to date, she started getting crazy messages. So, you know what I'm saying? She called him and saying, hey, who is this lady you got calling my phone and all this other stuff? Now, next thing you know, her car getting keyed up. She getting threats about her kids. They done set the house on fire, all kind of crazy shit. So he move her in with him. And he like, well, you could just come live with me so I can at least protect you. You know, I don't want you being harmed by this crazy motherfucking lady or whatever, right? So
Hmm.
all this stuff go on. They done called the police. They done did all this stuff, right? Well, he ends up moving. The lady who house burned down, the girl he was with, she ends up leaving, never tells him where she's going or none of that. So, you know, she could be safe, right?
Hmm.
Well, year go past. He decide, all right, everything good now. My life back to normal. Let me get back to dating. He get back on the dating app. He gets on the dating app. He trying to meet this girl. He at the diner. She never show up. Well, he gets a message from the girl. And guess who it is? It's the crazy lady. So he like, what the fuck? This bitch is persistent. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't give up. Well, come to find out, it was never the crazy lady to begin with. It was the bitch he was dating, man.
The girl with the foot tattoo.
Yes. No, 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 not the girl with the foot tattoo. The girl with the foot tattoo was the alleged presumed stalker. The girl he was with is the crazy bitch. Done killed the
Ah,
girl. Yeah, done killed the girl, done threatened his baby mama, all kind of shit. It's on Netflix. It's called Lover, Killer, Stalker. Bro, when I tell you the greatest plot twist in history, I just seen it. I'm with it. I loved it. I was glued. It's only like an hour, maybe 30, 40, but it's worth it. I'm telling you. The shit is crazy. The way that they break it down, and then it's a one of the detectives, right?
mhm.
He had a cowboy hat on. So when I seen him, I'm like, oh, I know he about to break the case. I already know who whatever he looking at, he is going to break the case because he way too serious about his job. Well, they ended up finding all this other information out. He gets the bright idea that there's no way this lady could be doing this because it's been 2 years and we have no evidence of her being alive. We have no evidence of her being anywhere else. Her house is immaculate at this point. Like it ain't like she going back and forth to her house. And she contacting her mom, but it's like weird though. You know what I'm saying? So what they end up, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure everything out. They go to an IT guy who is a volunteer deputy. So they go to him, get all this information or whatever um from the previous police officers or whatever in the other county. They get the information. The IT guy is on the spectrum. So you know this nigga's a borderline genius. This nigga breaking shit down. He says the only way I could figure out how to really break everything down was to write the code for a program to basically sort through everything. This nigga literally wrote the computer code for the program to sort everything out. This nigga's a fucking genius, bro. He's a goddamn genius. And he cracked the case all by his goddamn self, basically. This nigga is amazing. I was like, yo, you can't fuck with the IT guys. But yeah, he basically broke everything down. Come to find out, the girl that he was dating for the 2 weeks was the one who was basically, you know what I'm saying, doing all the bullshit. But check it out, man, for your own. It's on Netflix. It's called Lover Stalker Killer. It is fire.
Yeah, that sound wild. That definitely sound wild. Um, so I got two, and one is it's a Max show. I think it came out like 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Finally got around to it, and it's a show called The Girl Before. Right. So this dude, um, David, I can't say his last name. You know my dude, black dude from the Silo.
Oh yeah, Martin Luther King.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He played
David
him too.
Olawayu.
Yeah, you got it. So all right. So
Uh, that was
so
just a
he's
shot in the dark too. That's crazy. So yeah, you got
so I guess shit. Um, so he's in it and like he's like this architect, right? So he
it.
builds this house, but there's stipulations to live in the house. Like he have to approve these women to stay in this house, and so like the more and more the shit that goes on, like it's something weird. Like there's no key to the house. There's like this rubber band, not rubber band, but this thing put around your wrist. Like the the house tells you when to go to bed. When you walk into the bathroom, like that's when the shower turns on. Like
You got an eye
it's
house.
yes, that's basically
Yeah,
what it is.
your eye
And
house.
then like he had like it's talk activated, all that type stuff, right?
Mm.
So he approved. So it's going back and forth from this girl that stayed there and then this other girl. So then the second girl that ended up staying there, she's talking to a friend and she see a picture of the girl that stayed there before. They're like, damn, I ain't trying to be funny. And she was like, and like this, it takes place in London, right? And the
Nice.
lady is not trying to be funny. It got the one girl. Did you ever see that movie? Was it Beyond the Lights? Um,
Mm-mm.
well, anyway, so this lady, like, I ain't trying to be funny because I think she was trying to simulate, like, I know how black people don't like to hear that, the black person look the same. They're like, I'm not, lady, because it was a white lady. She's like, I ain't trying to be funny, but you and this girl look like the girl that used to live here. So she
Yeah.
shows her a picture. She's like, damn, we do look alike. Come to find out, so my David dude was married and had a child.
Mm-hmm.
His wife and daughter dies in the house,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now he's getting women who look exactly like his wife to live in the house. Now this is the crazy part. The first girl that he approved, she had a boyfriend.
Right.
He got the boyfriend the fuck out of here.
Absolutely.
But he really kind of got himself out of there too because this is the thing. The first girl, she went through some she got raped. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And so there was an investigation that was going on, and my dude started acting all crazy when he found out that because there was a video, like the dude that like raped her took a video of her, you know what I'm saying, slobbing the knob and everything. And he, you know what I'm saying, the dude busting her mouth and all that type shit. So when the police came over there to talk, you
Yeah.
know, she was like, you know, I guess dude didn't want to leave. He wanted to hear what they had to say.
Mm-hmm.
So when the police said it, so he want to act out insecure about it. Now, like
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, look, man, I'm just gonna put my personal shit out there. It's like, yes, it's a terrible situation if you with a girl and she got raped by another man, right?
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing to do is to kind of put the girl down and make her feel bad when, you know what I'm saying, somebody, you know what I'm saying, forced his dick in this girl's mouth and, you know what I'm saying, and all
Oh,
this type of shit. Like, because he
so
started acting like a hoe about it.
so he
And
mad at her because she was a victim.
yes, so that was more of
Man,
reason
get.
for her to, yeah. Yeah, he was no. He was a terrible ass boyfriend. Terrible boyfriend. So anyway, she get him out of there. So my man start creeping in on her. But see, this is the thing. It's going back and forth between each girl.
Oh,
So
okay.
my David dude, he's laying the same lines on both girls, and both of the shit is working.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is the first girl that got raped, she dies.
Oh man.
And the other girl, the newest, the latest girl, she's researching on both like his wife and
Yeah.
that girl, and she's starting to see like, yo, like something fucking funny is going on here.
You're right.
But there's a plot twist in there. I'm not gonna tell the plot twist. I'm telling. I think you might fuck with this show. But
I'm definitely gonna fuck with it.
it's wild, man. It's a show on Max. It's called The Girl Before.
They
All
should have
right.
called that shit the eye house.
Yeah, because yeah, that house was crazy as fuck. Man,
That's how you pull
yo,
people in the eye house.
listen. Old girl tried to take a shower. My dude to fuck with her, and he won't turn the shower on. So she go in
Mm-hmm.
there butt naked and like, cause you just do like your hand like this, and the shower cut
Mm-hmm.
on, and the shower wouldn't cut on, so she couldn't take a shower.
Oh, he's a whole ass nigga. He's a
Yeah,
whole ass nigga.
it was crazy, man.
Don't make a house that I can't control, but I can control. Don't do that, bro. That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
it was,
Don't. That's stupid.
yeah, it was wild, dude, man. There was a like the iPad like in the wall that tell you when to brush your teeth and everything. Like this shit was crazy as fuck. So
Yeah, no, I don't want no house like that.
yeah, so the girl before. Now the other thing I watched. Now you heard about this,
Mm-hmm.
but the greatest night in pop, man. on Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
The We Are the
God.
World documentary. Yo, this shit was crazy.
Oh God.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, to get all of those people together, that shit was wild. But yo,
Bro,
my dude Bob Dylan though,
I heard that the song. So I don't know how many people has ever heard "We Are the World." The song that they play ain't as long as the song actually is, because there's a radio version of this song where it's only like a select group of people that get on this song and they play the song, right? And they only play the song at like certain points in time. This ain't just like a song that just pop up on the radio. So like when shit happens or something bad things happen or whatever, this song gets played. The original time this song got played, the video would play on MTV and it'd be like the long as fuck. But that it's like hella versions of this song. And they redid this song, I heard. Like later on in time. Cause it got the newer version of the song got totally different people. I heard it got like Justin Timberlake and all them on it. Or either Justin Timberlake or Justin Bieber, one of them. But the original version with Mike and all them and Quincy and all them is long as shit. It's
yo,
like a 15-minute song down there.
well, the thing is, like, you know, you find out that they only. I didn't know that they stayed there. I didn't know that it was an award show, and
Yeah,
Lionel Richie was the host of that award show. And then they
yeah,
went straight to the, you know what I'm saying, the place to record the song or whatever. And
yeah.
it was a whole thing of not knowing who was gonna show up. And then they brought Sheila E, I believe her name is, just
Tried to get
because she,
Prince in there, yeah.
yeah, try to get Prince there. Prince was like, he
Prince
only
said, fuck
show up.
that. That's my
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah, he was like, I only show up if I get my own room type of thing. And but it was why I didn't know that Lionel Richie wrote the song, him and Mike. I didn't know that
And
they
Quincy
called.
Quincy has something to do with it too.
Well, yeah, Quincy, he produced it and everything, but
Yeah.
Lionel Richie and Mike wrote the song,
Oh, okay.
and but Quincy was really the only person that could control all of those egos in there, and so he really kind of, you know, Quincy wasn't there. That wasn't none of that shit was gonna work out, and then the
Facts.
whole shit with Stevie. Well, Stevie tried to fucking make them singing Swahili, and my one country dude walked the fuck out. He was like,
Oh,
yo,
Waylon Jennings? Yeah.
yeah, he was like, I ain't doing
Waylon
none of
Jennings
that
is
shit.
like, hey man, fuck out of here, okay? You lucky I'm
but
in here with you motherfuckers.
but this is the thing though, and I'll let this go because we don't went long on it. But like, it was just the fact of they called Stevie and
Mhm.
asked, and they was gonna ask Stevie to write the song with them. Stevie never called them back. They didn't even know Stevie was gonna show. And then he get there, and this
Can we
motherfucker
move
trying to
on?
change shit
Can we
up. Like,
please move on? Can we please move on?
First and foremost, nobody's calling Stevie Wonder to write a song. Okay?
stop.
Stop there. Stop it.
Stop.
Stop
Don't
it.
do that, man.
Stop it.
Yo,
Come on,
yo,
man.
yo, did you hear this? Yo, it was a story in that. Listen, I'm gonna say this, and we moving on. They said that Ray Charles said he had to use the bathroom, and they said Stevie took him to the bathroom, and the dude said, "Yo, the blind is really leading the blind to the bathroom." Hey, I was dead,
Oh God, Lee, bro. Why? Why, bro? Why, bro? Why, bro? Why?
Hey, boy, that shit wild as fuck, boy. That
Listen,
shit was
man.
funny.
Stevie Wonder tried to hand Mariah Carey a microphone recently, okay? And this nigga grabbed, he found the microphone eventually and had it to the side. Mariah Carey had already moved up past him and started talking on the microphone. If you gonna tell me that we are getting, first of all, I just want to know what his handwriting looked like.
Man, come on, man, don't do that.
How is Stevie Wonder writing a song?
Well, he's
Let's talk
not
about it.
writing it.
because it's funnier this way. How is Stevie Wonder writing your song, bro? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. I don't want nobody in there with him. You know what I'm saying? Let him write the song then. If he gonna write the song, let him write it. Give him a pen, give him a paper, let him write it. And then you tell me he wrote a song. Because if he didn't, he contributed. It's not the same thing. We gonna quit saying that Stevie Wonder wrote anything. He didn't write nothing.
I think you
Cut
wrote
that
that
out
shit.
now.
Hey, you let Charlamagne tell it, bud.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard people saying Stevie Wonder can see. Now listen, I don't know if he can or he can't, but whatever is going on with Stevie Wonder, it's something because they won't give this nigga no Grammys. They won't get this nigga a lifetime achievement award. They don't get this nigga nothing. Do you hear me? They know something about Stevie Wonder that we don't, bro.
Man, this could be true.
I'm
Could be
just saying.
very true.
I'm just saying. Stevie Wonder really has to convince me that you know, he got some shit going on.
That's hilarious. But y'all go check out what is it? The greatest
Greatest
night in
night in
pop,
pop.
man.
Yeah,
In pop, yeah,
absolutely.
on Netflix.
For sure. Before we move on though, now that I think about it, that might be why Stevie Wonder is the greatest to do it. Think about this.
Okay.
Okay. Segregated South.
Hmm.
You know how bad the South is, right? You live there,
Yep.
right? It was 10 times worse around the time, maybe 100 times worse around the time Stevie Wonder was younger.
Hmm.
What better way to survive the segregated South than to be blind? Just think
Okay,
about
I'm
it.
not doing
Just think about it. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I-
that.
genius. That's all I'm saying. Genius. Anyway, so let's do this, man. We about to get into the recasting, man. Um, First and foremost, let's start with the roles that we think that can never be recasted. Right?
Okay.
We already talked about Stevie Wonder. Let's bring up Ray. You know what I'm saying? We brought up Ray Charles earlier. Jamie Foxx and Ray, undeniable. I don't think anybody else could have did that job. You know what I'm saying? Um, the fact that they got somebody with a comedic background, I think was a genius idea because comedians often do a lot of imitations, and for him to be able to imitate Ray Charles the way that he did, eventually in that movie it came to embodying Ray Charles, right? Like he literally became this man in this movie, and I feel like nobody else would have been capable of doing that, especially with his background in music and everything else. Like Jamie Foxx really like embodied that role, and I feel like yeah, he got it.
That might be because I mean I got a few, but when you put everything in consideration, that might be like the top spot. Is Jamie Foxx playing Ray, and Oscar well deserved, but to be able to, I mean, completely take a role and do it in a way of like to embody it the way he did, to mimic it the way that he did, the way his mannerisms were, like, and it was great that he was able to have Ray throughout this whole process because I think
Hmm.
that doing a biopic is always great to have the people on set with you and to have the amount of footage of him that he had and have him there and to give him backstories and all types of shit like that. Like that was just undeniable. Like you went out with like a fucking like Barry Bonds. Like that was
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
that's the one. Like Jamie Foxx's Ray, that's like the one. So 1,000% agree with you on that one.
For
That was
sure,
a
man.
heavy start. It's hard.
But
I don't even know. I can't even follow that. Like that's like.
really,
I mean, I got some, but like that's like the one to
I
me.
got
Like
one
I
for
just
you. I got one for
okay.
you. Angela Bassett is Tina Turner.
Yeah, see you in the biofield. Like yes, like that would be the closest. That would
Mm-hmm.
be the closest. I can't go because look, we talked about this before when we were talking about biopics.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think now this is the thing. I don't know the girl, but J Lo as Selena, that
Oh,
seems to
oh,
be,
oh my
you know what I'm
goodness.
saying? It seems to be a perfect
Yeah.
pick, but I don't know much about Selena. The only footage I've ever seen of her is really the footage that they show like towards the end of the movie. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yo,
But
there. So you can Google pictures Selena, and I'm not saying that they look alike, but I'm just saying, just like as far as the way that she carried herself and the, you know what I'm saying, like the body shape, all that, like, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
but we ain't gonna skip over Angela though. No, Angela definitely murdered Tina Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, when it comes to now, yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get everything, you know, because Tina Turner is a little more lighter,
Right.
but body type, you know what I'm saying? Because Tina Turner was, you know what I'm saying, that she was Tina Turner
Hey,
like she was
cut up.
out here boxing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
she's cut up. But I mean, shit, Angela, if you look at that movie, Angela Bassett was
that's what
just
I'm saying,
as,
but that's just
yeah,
her
just as
though.
in shape. Yeah,
But no, like yeah, she definitely embodied Tina Turner as well, and she had Tina Turner with her during that
yeah.
process as well. So that you know that's something that J Lo unfortunately didn't have. You know
Mm-hmm.
you know she couldn't have her with her because she passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely a great one. Those two when it comes to biopics, and then like you know what I'm saying. If you stand in the biopic world, I think O'Shea Jr. You know what I'm saying? I think
Oh,
he embodied
yeah,
his dad. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And it helps that he looks just like him and he had him on set with him. So,
yeah.
um, but I think that he
You
did a real good job playing his dad.
speaking of NWA, because I just rewatched NWA Wednesday. Um, what's dude's name that plays Easy E?
Jason Mitchell.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else could have played that role better. I know it was like a little thing with Easy E's son, like playing his
Yeah.
dad or whatever. But nah, I don't think anybody else could have played that role better. As far as just the emotion that he evoked in that role, yeah, I don't think so, bro. I don't think
And
Easy E's son could have brought that part out of it. Cause I've
yeah.
never seen his son act at all. But I mean, as far as looking like him, yeah, cool. But yeah, nah. I don't think he'd have been able to do that. Like Jason Mitchell did a hell of a job playing Easy.
And I'm glad that he didn't try to do like that high pitched voice that the Easy E had. Because I don't think
Yeah.
that was necessarily necessary for that. Now, I
No.
know that that Lakeith Stanfield he altered his voice a little bit for the Snoop, but Snoop's voice is so you know what I'm saying?
Devil's
Nah,
advocate. Devil's advocate. I know a lot of people hate that Lakeith Stanfield played that role. Going back and watching it, he's not that bad.
no, I don't think he's bad playing it.
Yeah, he's not that bad.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
don't think
matter? As a matter of fact, when he the first line that he says, like when he come into the death row thing, like when they introducing him, and he
mhm.
talking like, "Yo, what's up?" Cause he really kind of sounds like Snoop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
but they didn't do that with Jason Mitchell is what I'm saying, and which I'm
Mhm.
not mad at it because I think that it would have been really hard to try to have that high pitched voice like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm glad that they didn't do that. But I mean, like, but for me though, I'm move a little bit away from biopics.
Okay.
But like, there's certain things like you know, and I'm taking a lot of my favorite movies is because I've seen these movies so many times. It's just like just thinking about him, it's like I don't see nobody else, being like in these roles. Um, when it comes to like the Bone Collector, I told you, I think Denzel Washington put together a fucking Oscar performance, laying in the bed the whole time. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think that there could have been another person who are acting from the head up
Mm-hmm.
and could put on a type of performance like he did. You know what I'm saying? Just in a
Mm-hmm.
bed the whole time. And it's just like when I think about the Bone Collector and what that movie was, like I don't know if there are many actors who we tell you like we can't get anything from the chest down from you, like everything has to be from dialogue, everything got to be from emotion, like that one scene where he was starting to not about to have a seizure, but he was just I don't know if he had high fever. I don't really know what was going on, but like,
Mm-hmm.
and so they was going through like all the evidence trying to figure out, what I'm saying, this next case. And like he was sweating like crazy. And Queen Latifah like, yo, like you need to knock it off. And he's like, tell me I need to knock it off. And he was just sitting there sweating. And then like just tears just started rolling from his face. And it's just like, yo, nobody else could have done this fucking shit but Denzel
Right.
Washington. And
Right.
and, and it's like, oh, go ahead.
No, good. Finish.
No, I was just gonna say like just that raw emotion and to be
Mm-hmm.
able to just carry a film where you're not walking, there's no movement. It's just that to me is just pure talent because that
Yeah.
was just strictly just talent, man. I don't even have the words to say for the performance that I believe that he put together in the Bone Collector.
Mm-hmm. I would say the same thing with him and John Q
Yeah.
and in the movie, I forgot what the fuck the movie's called, but he played um damn, I don't know Lonzo.
Oh, Training Day.
Training Day. Thank you. I don't know why that slipped me, but yeah, like those three, bro.
Dude, but this is the thing. Denzel really honestly might be the cheat code because
Huh?
I don't see nobody else in Safe House in that role when he played Tobin Frost in Safe House.
Ooh, I do. I think that in a movie like that, at least, as far as like the action and being able to do everything, I feel like, and this is maybe just me, I feel like Wesley Snipes could have pulled that off.
I
As
don't
far as
know.
action, the the guns, the fighting, and all that, I feel like what perfect example. I feel like if Wesley Snipes would have never had the dilemma with the tax thing, I feel like Wesley Snipes would have been perfect for the Equalizer.
The only reason I disagree is because
Hmm.
with the Equalizer is because I don't think that the Equalizer is a martial arts type of person. I think he's more of a special ops type of person. And I know that those
You
can
don't
kind of
think
be in the
Wesley
same
Snipes can pull
because
that
I
off?
don't think that his whole thing. I think the thing with the Equalizer is
Hmm.
to beat up people, look to make it look easy with no effort. I think that the way that Wesley fights is effort put into that. Am I making any sense? Like when he kills people in those 9 seconds or whatever, the
Hmm.
whole optic is for the shit to look easy.
Right.
Like, but I
And
think with Wesley,
what better way to show that than somebody with an actual fighting background who's actually had to do choreographed scenes? Like, yeah, Wesley Snipes.
yeah, but I think the difference is I think that with Wesley style, like somebody who is into martial arts, like
Hmm.
it looks. I think what I'm trying to say is like like the way that Denzel was killing people, it was effortless. But like with the way that like
With
it's
what
not
we've seen
passenger.
from Wesley, it's been more effort put in, right?
Yeah, like Passenger 57. Nobody else could have been fucking Passenger 57 but Wesley Snipes.
True.
Now, don't get me wrong, Michael Jai White
Michael
can do
Jai
that
White,
type
yeah.
stuff,
I about to say Michael Jai White.
but I don't think he can act like Wesley though. That's
Maybe
what I
not
think
then.
set
Maybe not
Wesley
then.
apart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe not then, but now, like if they was to redo Passenger 57, put Michael Jai White in there for sure. What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't think he's aged out of that.
His acting has gotten better and better over the years for sure.
Yes, but but you're right, because I think Pastor 57 came out mid-90s.
And he was still doing like TV shows around that time.
Yeah, now, granted, I'm gonna give him some credit here while we're talking about him. That Tyson movie that he did,
oh, perfection.
He was the perfect person to play Mike Tyson.
Okay, so so with that, right? The thing with the Tyson movie, you don't really have to act with the Tyson movie because it's not too much to go on. A lot of that movie was really boxing.
Yeah.
And then like you had like the subsect parts of it that was like the little acting things in between, but it's not a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot of acting. Like with because I know they've been talking about the new Tyson movie coming out with Jamie Foxx. With that one, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of boxing in that one. It's really gonna be focused on Mike's life, which I feel like Jamie is perfect for. You know what I'm saying? Because like he has the impression down. He has the, you know what I'm saying? He can pull that off. We've seen Jamie Foxx with the bald head and the, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they can find a way to mimic the body and all that other stuff. But the fact that he can like literally impersonate Mike makes more sense for him to be in that movie than anybody else. The first one though, with that, I think it was just more so the fact that first and foremost, it was like I think that was like straight to HBO type movie.
Yeah,
right?
It was an HBO movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that made it perfect already. To me, even if you do that, like when if you would have did it any other way, it would have been like Flex Alexander playing Michael Jackson.
Yeah, trash.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like any other way outside of just making it mostly like an action type, you know what I'm saying, TV movie, it'd have been that. But I do feel like though, right? Because we talk about Wesley Snipes. I do feel like Wesley Snipes could have pulled off the Equalizer and made it look effortless only because of the background he has, right? And then not only that, with the Equalizer, it's more than just action scenes in this. And I think that's why Denzel was in this, because his acting is what really pulls this movie off. It's not really the fighting thing. The fighting don't really do a lot in the Equalizer. It's more so just the acting, like his interactions with the people and you know what I'm saying, the talking and the stuff that he has, you know what I'm saying, like the setup before he even fight. He's setting his watch and talking and having a dialogue. I feel like Wesley Snipes could have pulled that off.
I'm not mad at it. But only thing I meant was like when you really look back at a lot of Denzel movies, it's just like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like he got game and you know what I'm saying, and shit like that.
No, he got game. Yeah, he got game. I don't think nobody else could have did that for sure.
Yeah,
he had to really carry that movie.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, it's just I just feel like out of all the people, you know, I think there's only a few. I'm gonna get into another one. Well, I'm gonna get into two. I'm gonna try to squeeze it in, but like, man, we just get so good in some of these conversations. But there are like three. There are like three names where it's hard to replace them. What's up?
He got game. I would have loved, and I know this is just me going off the handle. I would have loved to see Kevin Garnett in that Jesus Shuttlesworth role. Knowing what I know of Kevin Garnett now, I would have loved to see Kevin Garnett in that role, bro. Because Ray Allen couldn't act. We already know that, right? We know he was horrible. But if you just throwing a nigga in there who can't act, yeah, put Kevin Garnett in there.
That's hilarious.
He way more street, right? He way more quote unquote real. That would have been perfection. I'm telling you, I think he would have fit right in there.
I ain't mad at that. So there's actually three people in one movie. Where I felt like perfectly cast all the way through. But this is one
Mhm.
of my favorite movies of all time. I talk about it all the time. The Negotiator. I think Sam L. Perfect pick. I know
Mhm.
y'all canceled him, but Kevin Spacey, perfect
No,
pick.
he back though. I heard he back.
Yeah, yeah, I heard he killing it over there overseas.
No, I'm
And
talking about he. I heard he got like
oh, he back
cleared
here.
everything.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
heard he got
Well,
cleared.
okay. Well, he was perfect in The Negotiator and Paul
Mm.
Giamatti playing Rudy. Like those three is like yo, those nobody else could have done that shit in my opinion. Those
Not for
three.
nothing. I've never seen Paul Giamatti in a role where I was like, I don't like that.
That's.
Every role Paul Giamatti is in works.
Hey, did you see that new the Holdovers movie that he
No.
did? It's on
Mm-mm.
Peacock, but he got nominated for Oscar for that. But nah, yeah, Paul Giamatti, man, he's one of those dudes, man. It's just like he really takes it on, and
Absolutely.
it's odd to because I think like even in Straight Outta Compton, it was just like
Hmm.
it's like damn man, it's like he just he makes everything so believable.
Absolutely.
Like Paul Giamatti got this ability to make everything believable. Like you know it's a movie, but it's just like damn, bro. Like I really believe like whatever's going on here, I
Yeah.
believe it because he's there.
And he can do it all.
Yeah.
My favorite Paul Giamatti role is Big Fat Liar.
Okay.
If you ever seen Big Fat Liar, you'll understand. When they put my man when they died his pool and he had to get his car towed, and dude was like, they said something about a little blue car, but they didn't say something about a little blue man. And his reaction to that, bruh, perfection, bruh. Fucking perfect. Like Paul Giamatti in that movie to be able to be like the quote unquote villain, but also like really he's the straight man too, and to still be like hilarious and all that. And then on top of that, you playing like opposite of kids,
Hmm.
bruh. Yeah, Paul Giamatti killed that, bro. Big Fat Liar is a very underrated role for him, for sure.
Side, Sideways was good too.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna say this name, and this is gonna be my trifecta here, like the three people. This is that third person.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna say the movie first, and obviously the movie's gonna give it away. But you know what I'm saying? Well, two movies gonna give it away, and that is Forrest Gump and Castaway. I think Tom Hanks,
Tom Hanks,
yes, Tom Hanks, Sam L, and fucking Denzel. It's like
untouchable.
those. Yeah, it's just like you see them in the roles, and it's
Hmm.
like, dude, but I don't see nobody else doing this shit. Or if they did, I don't think the product would have came out as good as it did.
Okay, no, I'm with you on Tom Hanks for sure. The only movie I would say that I could see somebody else playing is the Captain Phillips movie.
Okay, I am the captain now. Okay,
Yeah, that's the only one I could say far as Tom Hanks, where I could be like, I feel like anybody that they put in that role
but
would have kind of did it. Only reason I say that is because if you think of that once again, when you think of that movie, just like you said, the biggest thing you think of is I'm the captain now. It's not really his
yeah, it's the
movie.
Somalians. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So like I feel like anybody could have took that on. But outside of that,
yeah.
like I don't really see too many other films that Tom Hanks has done, especially not Castaway. Castaway for sure, because Castaway is really an actor's role. Like you need somebody who can act their ass off. For him to be in that movie and do it by himself that's tough. Like the same way when I tell you about podding, like the fact that you can literally pod by yourself and not have no feedback, no bounce off of nobody, that's tough in itself. So imagine doing that with acting. that's already hard. And it's not a scene, it's a whole film for real. That's like that. Nah, nobody can touch that for real. I don't think anybody else could have did that.
Yeah. And before we get to the bad, you know what I'm saying, the ones where we could switch, because
Hmm.
I got to show some love to some females. Um, uh, Zoe Saldana and Colombiana, like
Oh yeah.
man,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
she absolutely
She brought
murdered
it
that.
all. She brought it all.
Yeah, I
She
don't see
brought it all.
nobody. Yeah, I don't see nobody else doing that.
She fit.
Um,
She fit the role perfect, right?
mhm,
She fits the role perfect, of course, because she's Afro Latina. But to be able to pull off the physicality, then to be able to pull off the sex appeal, and to still act on top of that, it ain't too many that could do that. I don't like to me like if you think about it, well, it ain't too many Latina actresses that could pull it off, right? Like J Lo couldn't have done it. Um, I'm trying to think like because what's her name? Sofia Vergara was definitely there, but she definitely couldn't have done it.
yeah, no, not that, not
And
that.
I think she is Colombian.
Yeah, but she. I've never seen her do. I've never
She
seen
got
her
too much of
do
the
anything
accent.
physical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never seen her, but I mean, but what's not your lane is not your lane as well.
Hmm.
But but yeah, like she murdered it. And one name I know I said I was talking about females, but a movie just popped up in my head. I don't know what made me think of it, but dude, Derek Luke playing Anquan Fisher, yo, murdered that. You ain't never seen Anquan Fisher?
I did, but I'm trying to think if anybody else could have did that.
I don't know, but he murdered that.
Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, because he played opposite of Denzel too, nah, couldn't nobody else would. You right. At that time, at least, nah. Not a
Yeah,
younger, you know what I'm saying, actor at least. Because
yeah.
that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah. And I mean, like, you know, if I could think of anybody, like, I think, and what made me think of it because I just watched it the other day, actually. Um, Jessica Chastain playing Ava.
Hmm.
I think
Well, if you going down that road, I'm gonna tell you who else. If you put anybody else, or if you split them up, whatever, in these roles, this movie don't work. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
that's 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Mr.
I
and Mrs.
think,
Smith
yeah,
needs Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. The chemistry is already there. They
yep.
both have action titles under their name, and just the back and forth between them. I feel like some of that, or maybe a lot more, was definitely freestyle. It had to be. It
Well,
had
I
to
mean,
be.
if you go on that route, then you got to go Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston in the breakup.
Mm-mm. Because I feel like they could have found a comedian to replace Jennifer Aniston.
You really,
Absolutely.
really? What? Okay.
Absolutely.
So what about Jennifer Aniston and Will Millers?
No, because a comedian would have been too much in that movie. Because that movie is literally a silly movie. It's supposed to be a comedy. With the breakup is not necessarily a comedy, it's a rom-com. So you need that extra straightness. You need a straight person in the comedy. In a rom-com, you can have two comedians. You just need one to be able to technically act, right? So if Vince Vaughn can play his role the way he played it, you could put another comedian there and let her take the comedy portion of it. With Vince Vaughn being in there, he definitely got it. Well, yeah, he definitely had to do double duty because he has to act, but he still has to be the funny guy in that. If you take a comedian and put it in and put her in um Jennifer Aniston's place, Vince Vaughn could just act. He could still be funny, but he could just act for real. And then and whoever takes Jennifer Aniston's place can just go off the cuff. The difference is right? I think you just have to find a comedian that is attractive enough to replace Jennifer Aniston.
I hear that. I
Yeah.
hear that. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. There's a lot of other films that are out there. There's a whole
Oh,
bunch
of
of other
course, of
stuff,
course.
but it's
We
just,
just we just going off the ones we could think of.
yeah. And then
Yeah,
and there's a lot more, and so we don't want to offend nobody, nothing like that. But we got to switch
hmm
gears a little bit. And
of course.
dude, I've been wanting to say this one all pod
Let's do
because
it.
I think you're gonna feel me on this one. I think
Let's
you're
do
gonna
it.
feel me on this one.
So now we're replacing, right?
Yeah. Now we're replacing.
Okay, let's do it.
Yo, this is my number one replace. I'm going
hmm
straight out the gate. So a movie called Obsessed. Yo, get Beyonce
Get her
the
the fuck
fuck
out of
out
here.
of here.
Get her the fuck
Get
out of
her
here. I'm with
out
you.
of here.
I am with you.
I
I
got the
am with
perfect
you.
person. I
Who?
got the perfect person. Regina Hall. I thought about Regina King, but I was like, I think Regina King would have been a little
Because
too much.
I was about to say
I think
maybe Regina King, but go ahead. I'm
I,
listening.
I think she a little too much for what that role required. And that's why I felt like Regina Hall would have fitted a little bit more.
You might. You know what? You might be right. You
Because
really
I think
might be right.
because I think Regina Hall would have been more. No, Regina King would have been more. It seemed like,
She would have been more present.
and I think that it wouldn't have gotten that far. She just seems like a person that it never would have gotten to the point that it did, and the fight would have been at the end. If it
You
would have
know
been
what?
Regina King, the fight would have been in the beginning.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm gonna tell you why I agree with you. I'm gonna tell you why I agree with you. Because thinking back on this movie, right? Beyonce didn't really have a lot of acting in this movie
Yes.
to start it off, right?
Hmm.
So if you take Beyonce out and you put Regina Hall in, Regina Hall doesn't have to do a lot in this film. All she really has to do is just really be present, the same way Beyonce did.
Yeah.
With her experience, that's gonna be a breeze. Like that's nothing for her, right? But the fighting part is where I think her skills really come in.
Yes. And I think,
And
yeah.
on top of that, the attitude is there, the youth is there, or at least the youth look is there, right?
Hmm.
And she's out, she still has the attractiveness, and it's really not like a far-fetched like turn of events with her being in there, right? Like it's not a big turn for her to be in there. You know what I'm saying? She still can embody all of that Beyonce did in that film, but I think she brings a lot more to it if she's in that. I agree with you on that one.
Oh, appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I think uh, Ali Lauder, she killed that.
Definitely.
She killed that being a crazy girl.
Definitely.
She killed that.
Especially with her disappearance. Because remember, the last thing we seen her on that was prominent was Final Destination. She was in some other stuff, but the big thing we seen her on was Final Destination.
Well, the Resident Evil movies. Remember, she popped in there.
But she was only in there for a little bit though. She wasn't like in
Yeah,
there, in there.
but it
You know
still
what I'm
was more
saying?
Mila. Not Mila. What's her name?
You right, Mila Jokic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So she really wasn't even in it. You know what I'm saying? Like she was only there for like a split second damn near. So
Yeah.
for in this movie, like she's prominent. Like when we seen her in Final Destination, she's prominent. So yeah, like definitely for her to come back and like put that on for sure. I'm with you on
Okay.
that one.
Appreciate that.
For me, right? Um, I just recently watched the Marvels, and this is something that has really been heavy on my mind and on my heart ever since I seen this movie. And I told you the villain in this movie was Dar-Benn. The actress who plays Dar-Benn, hold on, let me find this because this is it's a tough one, bro. I'm so sorry. Um, I told you like she was dull, bro. It was like it was I don't know. It was just something about her where I was just looking like, yo, this cannot be the villain. Um, I think it's Zawe Ashton. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And don't get me wrong, she's a, you know what I'm saying, like she did a decent job. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything um like too bad to where
Mhm.
it's like if I see it, I can't watch the movie. But it's like it was something about her role that was just dry. It didn't really give you a villain. You know what I'm saying? It didn't give you the revenge. It didn't give you the feeling that you needed because so to basically break it down, Captain Marvel came through, fucked up the planet, and she was trying to avenge her people and get everything back for the planet, right? To bring the planet back to what it's supposed to be and to save her people. But it was like it didn't feel like she wanted it. It didn't feel like she was, you know what I'm saying? Like she had that fire. She didn't feel menacing. She didn't none of that shit was what it was. And so I feel like somebody that could have possibly did it. And of course, you know what I'm saying, she kind of had an accent and everything else because I think she's from England. Um, but I'm trying to think of somebody who could possibly do that has that English accent. Because the only person that at the time I was thinking of was Naomi oh my god, what is her name? From 28 Days Later.
Ooh, you name one that yeah. And see, and I never seen the
Naomi
Marvel, so
Harris.
okay.
Naomi Harris. I don't know if you remember Naomi Harris, but you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like of the backgrounds, right? Like she has some type of action, especially with 28 Days Later. I've seen her in the other few other films. I know she has the British background and stuff like that. So I was just trying to think of other female and even if it wasn't a black female, just another British female of you know what I'm saying, of an ethnic background who could play that role. The only one that came to mind was Naomi Harris, but just knowing, you know what I'm saying, like the stuff she could do. But I was like, yo, somebody else has to be able to fill this role because it's like, bro, she didn't have it. She didn't have it. If you watch that film, you'll see what I'm saying. Like even the fighting scenes, they just seem, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like she just didn't have that background for that. And I couldn't really think of an English woman of a ethnic background who had that, you know what I'm saying, like that background and in the fighting choreography, so on and so forth, to be able to, you know what I'm saying, bring that too. But except for Naomi Harris. But that's the only person that I had
Okay.
for that one.
Um, cool, cool. But see, I can't give a lot because, like I said, I haven't seen that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I got one for you, man. I got another great one.
Mm-hmm.
So the movie Alex Cross. Now, before I get there, now the original Alex Cross. You know what I'm
Nah, we
saying?
ain't talking about
Morgan.
that one. We ain't talking
I
about that. We
know,
talking about
I
Tyler
know,
Perry.
but
Get him the fuck out of here.
just
Get
let
him
me
the fuck out of here.
just let
Go
me
ahead
just
and cook.
let me just the two Alex Cross movies with Morgan Freeman. Perfect. He's another one. The Kiss the Girl, Along
Yeah,
Came the Spider, and
yeah,
Lean on Me.
yeah,
Nobody else.
yeah.
So that
Not
Morgan
at
Freeman
least
is
not
another
with that
one.
level of sophistication added to it. Well,
Exactly. And Seven. And
maybe
him in Seven.
yeah, I'd say maybe James Earl Jones is the only person that could kind of match it, but it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah. So when he played Alex Cross in those movies, he was perfect. But there was an older
Hmm.
version of Alex Cross as well
Hmm.
in the earlier. But this Alex Cross, the movie Alex Cross,
Yeah,
yes. Get Tyler Perry the fuck out of here. Now,
absolute boot.
I got two names.
Punt him like the dog Baxter in Anchorman. Get that nigga the fuck out of here. Cause what? Once again.
All right, can we move on? All right, can we please move on? Can we please move on?
Please.
Yeah. So I got two names.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about like when this movie came out. 'Cause I think, if
Hmm.
I'm not mistaken, it was 2016. If I'm not mistaken.
I believe
So
so.
I'm sitting there thinking about okay, ages, around this time, who it could have been, and I came up with two names: Michael Ealy and Morris Chestnut.
Nah, not Morris Chestnut. No,
Not
Michael
Morris.
Ealy is actually a good pick. Michael Ealy is a very good pick.
Yeah.
But you know who
Like,
else I feel like could have did it too,
who's that?
and like that could have pushed him into that realm. Columbus Short.
I don't know if Columbus Short would have been old enough to play that version of.
Like a in 2016.
Yeah, because he's like my age or maybe a year or two older than me. So if you're thinking 2016,
Yeah.
Alex Cross was a detective, like an experienced detective. Like
Right.
I just don't know if Columbus Short would have been old enough to be. I don't know if he would have been sophisticated enough
When
to
did
be the
hold on?
Alex Cross character.
Hold on. Keep going. I'm listening.
But that's why, like,
But
I was
definitely
thinking of,
Michael Ealy is a great pick though.
yeah, like I just felt like I was like, I think that he would have been able to pull that off.
Oh,
To
what? Stump the Yard came out in 2007. That nigga was playing a college kid in 2007. So 2016? Yeah. Matter of fact, wasn't he in the oh my god, what is the show? With Olivia Pope.
Scandal.
He was in
Scandal.
Scandal.
I didn't know he
Yeah.
was in Scandal. I never
Yeah,
watched Scandal.
man. I promise. Hold on. Let me double check. But I think he was in Scandal. If he was in Scandal, I'm for sure he could play this role.
Okay, I mean, yeah, and I like Columbus Short. I hate what happened to him. I think it
I
was
do
something.
too.
I think it
do
was a
too.
domestic violence
Yeah.
situation thing, and it just derailed his career completely. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he played a nigga named Harrison something. Yeah, he was in.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Well, yeah, but either way, get Tyler Perry out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get him out of here, man. That was just not his role to play.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm with you, but let me tell you how perfect this is. Scandal was from 2012 to 2018.
Okay,
So he had the demeanor to do it though.
all right, I feel you. Okay, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But even you know what I'm saying. And I wasn't trying to be because another person who would have killed it is Omar Epps.
I agree. But the only reason I say not Omar Epps, and I hate to say this, is he's dark skinned.
I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying. But yeah, either way, get Tyler Perry out of here.
Yeah.
That was a
No,
terrible
yeah,
pick.
definitely get Tyler Perry the fuck out of here. But
That
I'm
movie
not
could
gonna
have
lie
been
though.
way better.
Michael Ealy, hey man, I feel like with that could have boosted his stardom.
Yeah, it definitely could have.
That
It
could have made
definitely
him
could
even
have.
more of a star. No bullshit. Michael Ealy he possibly would have been perfect in that role, bro. That's not a bad pick at all. I'm not mad
Oh,
at you at all on that shit.
appreciate
That
that.
is a
Appreciate that.
perfect pick. Michael Ealy though, because I think was it, I don't know which one it was, but the vampire movie.
He was in Underworld,
Yeah,
not
Underworld.
Blood
He was a cop.
World. Yeah, that was the second to last one.
Yeah. He was
He was
a
in.
detective in Underworld.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I think he played a cop in a couple of films. So
yeah,
yeah, that would have been that. Yeah, I'm with you.
yeah.
Michael Ealy is a plus pick for sure.
Appreciate that, man. Let me
For
see how you
sure.
feel about this one. How you feel about this one?
Okay.
We done this. We done this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Valkyrie,
Mm-hmm.
Jude Law instead of Tom Cruise.
No.
No. Okay.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Because Tom Cruise was Tom Cruise fits in this because it's a film that's made for Tom Cruise.
That's interesting. You say that.
Because and I'm just being honest, the movies that Tom Cruise is in outside of like movies like Vanilla Sky or Eyes Wide Shut or like movies like that, but like the action movies are made for Tom Cruise. Like Mission Impossible, that's Tom Cruise Ville. You can't put nobody else in that role because it's not gonna give you the same thing. Valkyrie, not gonna give you the same thing. If you take Tom Cruise out of Eyes Wide Shut, you can get any quote unquote good looking dude to play that role, and it's gonna be the same. If you do it with Vanilla Sky, any dude is gonna be good in that. Matter of fact, I feel like if you put somebody like I'm trying to think. So real quick, Eyes Wide Shut. I feel like Channing Tatum would have been perfect for Eyes Wide Shut.
Wait a minute, man. There's an age gap there though.
I'm saying just as far as if you just taking the actor and putting him in that role. I
Okay.
know he was too young for it. I'm saying, but if you just taking the
Okay. I
actor
see. Okay.
and
Yeah.
put it in that role, because really, truthfully, in the movie, if you watch the movie, Tom Cruise is just a good looking guy. It's not no real acting in it. The real acting comes from Nicole Kidman. It's not him. He's not the actor in this. It's Nicole Kidman. He's more so of like just the moving piece. Channing Tatum usually plays the moving piece. He could have been in that, right? If you take
Mhm.
a movie like Vanilla Sky, um, I feel like hell, you talk about Jude Law. Jude Law could have did Vanilla Sky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't I
And I
don't
think
think
yeah.
I don't think Tom Cruise does a real good job at like acting. I think he's more so just like he has the look. You know what I'm saying? He has the appeal, so they're gonna come to him. Like his, I don't, I wouldn't put Tom Cruise up there with like with the best actors. Now the greatest actors, yeah, because of what he's accomplished. But like best, nah, I'm not picking Tom Cruise to like act. I'm picking him to be in a movie because it's gonna bring the attention.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah,
Now I got
but
one
yeah,
for
I'm
you.
with you on that though. Valkyrie, you get him the fuck out of here.
So now we did this movie too, and I
Mhm,
remember that I didn't give this movie a super high rating, but it was because of this one person. So The Strangers, right? Your
mhm,
joint. The Strangers was your pick.
mhm,
Liv Tyler, right?
mhm.
Swap her with Kate Beckinsale.
You can swap that role with anybody. I'm not gonna lie to you. You could put Jennifer Aniston in that motherfucker and it still would have been the same. Yeah, that's not hard.
yo, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yo,
You could have put any young white actress in that role and it would have did the same thing. It's it's that generic of a film.
man, listen. They got another one coming out, man.
I don't
Like
know why, but I get it. I get it. The first one was good. The first one was great. Don't get me wrong. The first one was fire because it was like unexpected. But I feel like if you take any, for instance, right, you put what's her girl name, Jenna Ortega,
yeah.
yeah, put her in that role. It's the same thing.
I don't know, man. I think she got a little bit more charisma, man.
She does. That's what I'm saying. You put her in the role, it's the same thing.
She
You
looked
put
better too.
Jessica Biel, you put Jessica Biel in that role, it's the same thing. Nothing happens. It's not the actress or I'm sorry, it's not the actor, it's the movie. The movie
Yeah,
is what it is. You could put
yeah,
anybody in that spot and it's still going to be the same thing. You put Jessica Biel in there for real, it might go up.
yeah. She's actually a good one.
That's what I'm
She
saying.
actually
You
a
put
good one.
Jessica Biel in that, it's up there.
Yeah. I put this one on here just for you
Yeah.
because I think because I remember you saying something about her when we did this film.
Hmm.
But I got somebody that there's no way you would say like get this person the fuck out of here. I think it'll just pique your interest. I just think it'll raise an eyebrow, right?
Right.
A thin line between love and hate. All right, hear me out. Lynn Whitfield,
Mm-hmm.
Angela Bassett.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
okay.
Mm-mm. 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 Angela Bassett is too much of an actor for that. Way too much of an actor for that. The production ain't enough for Angela Bassett. It's not Angela Bassett. It's the movie. It's not enough for Angela Bassett. I feel like Angela Bassett would be mad on set at doing that film. that's that's all that is. It's not Angela Bassett. Nothing wrong with Angela Bassett. It's the film. I feel like Angela Bassett being on this like set would just be like, what the fuck are we doing here? Why am I going through this? I would
Dude.
never date a nigga like this. You know what I'm saying? I think now listen, now hear me out. Hear me out. If you replace Martin with Morris Chestnut and then put Angela Bassett in there, now we got a movie.
But yeah, I hear you, but there's no way he could have did the Martin role.
I agree. I'm just saying, if you change the movie from the comedy version to a drama version, put Morris Chestnut in there, and then put Angela Bassett in there, I'm with you.
Okay, if you switching it from comedy to drama,
There we
okay,
go. That's what I'm saying.
okay.
I'm with you. But Martin pulling Angela Bassett, stop, man. No.
Tay Diggs did.
Have you seen Tay Diggs? In that time? In that time. Remember when he was on that movie, right? Remember when he was on that movie? Do you remember the woman's response to Tay Diggs and Stella got her groove back? That's all they was talking about.
Yeah.
This nigga was damn near the new Wesley Snipes. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So yeah, I get that. Yeah. Tay Diggs he has the look for it. He has the appeal for it. Martin don't got that appeal, bro. Martin is not a quote unquote sex symbol. You take Morris Chestnut, you turn that movie into a straight drama and put Angela Bassett in it, then perfection. But for a comedy, no, you're not gonna play with Angela Bassett like that, bro.
Yeah,
First and foremost, that movie is only 15 minutes long.
Oh, if it's Angela Bassett, I got you.
Yeah, he play around with Angela Bassett. She don't leave no cake or no nothing. She just leave the nigga. It's over. I got time to play with this goofy looking nigga, man. Now Lynn Whitfield, right? Lynn Whitfield, she's able to do that, right? Because she's not as like up there, right? She's not as up there with Angela Bassett. Now, don't get me wrong. Lynn Whitfield, fine. To this day. Still fine. But yeah, nah. Like Lynn Whitfield is like straight to DVD Angela Bassett. You know what I'm saying? She's not like box office Angela. She's like straight to DVD Angela Bassett. For sure. That's about it. But I'm not you're not about to play with Angela Bassett on the film. You gotta remember what came. She was in Waiting to Exhale before this shit came out, man. No.
Oh man.
She set a nigga car on fire. You think that woman is gonna listen to Martin Lawrence playing games? No, man. And Bobby Brown is in the movie? No, bro. That cast ain't even strong enough for Angela Bassett to be in there. No. I'm sorry, brother.
Hey, wait, stupid fuck.
Della Reese was this nigga's mom and shit. Nah, man.
Oh man, that was a perfect pick.
No, yeah, Della Reese for sure. Yeah.
Oh man, hilarious.
She was, I think by that time she was in Touched by an Angel.
Touched by an Angel, yeah.
Yeah, that was a perfect pick for sure, bro. I don't even remember what she was. Was she the angel in Touched by an Angel?
No, the white lady. No,
Hey, that's crazy.
I done
The white
forgot.
lady was the angel. Oh my goodness. Hey man, never mind. Let's not even go down that road. Forget it. But I just know she was touched by an angel, so like that made sense. You know what I'm saying? She was playing like everybody mama. But nah, Lynn Whitfield was perfect for that role for sure, bro.
Well, that's funny.
Maybe the only other hell no. I about to say Jennifer Lewis, but nah, man. She'd have cussed Martin up up and down, side to side.
Oh man, that's funny.
Nah. Yeah, nah, yeah, it was that Lynn Whitfield role was perfect for sure. I couldn't see Angela Bassett in that. It just seemed beneath her at that time.
I mean, when you put it that way, because what was that, 95, 96,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Ooh,
What?
you know who I could have seen in that though? Only because Bobby Brown was in the film. I wouldn't have been mad if Whitney Houston played that role.
When you put it that way, it makes more sense. The only thing was that really tripped me out about that role was I disagree. Not that I'm disagree with your fine as hell thing.
Yeah.
Lynn Whitfield is cool to me.
Really?
But like the way that Martin was talking about her,
Yeah.
I just didn't think because Mia looked way Regina King
I
looked
mean,
way
yeah,
fucking better.
man. We not talking about that. We know Regina King.
But
Regina King is on up. She's up there. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying Lynn Whitfield is fine. Okay.
she ain't
Then
Whitney.
you got to
Well,
remember her supposed to be playing a older woman. She's not playing a young girl. She's playing an older woman.
yeah.
If a Lynn Whitfield pulled up to you at the gas station and was trying to holler at you, you'd melt in your socks. I'm just being real. You'd melt in your
No,
socks. You couldn't
no,
handle that.
no. Whitney Houston in that time,
That's what
that
I'm
time,
saying. That's what I'm
that would have made
saying.
me melt in my socks.
That's what I'm.
Not
You
Lynn
feel
Whitfield.
me now? I feel like Whitney Houston could have definitely played that role.
The only thing about Whitney is when I seen her, in The Bodyguard, Waiting to
Mm-hmm.
Exhale. Um, uh, I saw her a little bit in The Preacher's Wife. I was never
Right.
really a big fan of The Preacher's Wife, but
Mm-hmm.
like, did she have that range to be? You know what I'm saying? That crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now with her in real life,
Time out.
now,
All right. Okay.
now,
I'm about to say.
now it's like, wait,
I'm
wait a
about to say.
minute.
What are we talking about, bro? Do you know who we talking? We talking about Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston is a character, bro. Like
Yeah,
there's no okay, so like you said, we seen her in like The Preacher's Wife. We seen her in, you know what I'm saying, like Waiting to Exhale. We seen her in
The
Bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
Go back and rewatch Waiting to Exhale and watch Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston is a decent actor. And I
Yeah,
feel like if we doing straight to DVD, I mean, I know Waiting to Exhale wasn't straight to DVD, but it's really straight to DVD quality because it's really an independent film. But yeah, put Whitney Houston in that role, bro. I'm telling you, that movie does the same or better.
yeah, but it's still an instant classic though.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. No,
and for
I'm
it
not
to
knocking.
be,
Yeah, we don't
yeah,
take that away at all.
and we talked about this when we did that movie. Like, this was Martin's director debut. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This was
But
a Martin
that's
film.
my point. That's my point too. And then you got to remember this too. She has the comfortability with Bobby Brown being there.
Yeah,
So she's on cloud nine. Not the
yeah.
usual cloud nine. I'm saying like just
Yo,
emotions. Emotions.
yeah,
Because I want
dang.
to respect her. I want to respect her. I'm just saying. But I feel like Whitney Houston could have pulled that off.
Okay.
All right. So my last one. Right. Um, we've seen this road change in front of our eyes. Nobody questioned it. Nobody even had a problem with it. Right. So
Yep.
in the original Iron Man, Rhodey was played by Terrence Howard. Okay.
Yep.
And nobody cared that, you know what I'm saying, Don Cheadle came in and was like, I'm the new Rhodey. You know what I'm saying? Rhodey here now. Nobody cared about that. But I feel like Don Cheadle could have definitely been replaced as Rhodey. 100% in any of the Marvel films. I feel like you could have put I'm
Hmm.
trying to think of a good one.
Me
Cause
too.
cause
Cause I
going
agree
okay,
with
so
you.
and this is why I'm saying this. I went back and watched the Captain Americas, all three of them. And I went back and watched Iron Man 1 through 3. And knowing that Don Cheadle was in the Warhammer costume, I feel like they did Warhammer a very big injustice, right? Because
Mhm.
we seen everything that Iron Man could do, right? We had this spry, active, youthful Robert Downey Jr. flying around, shooting shit with out his hands and out his chest, and you know what I'm saying, doing loop de loops and all this shit. And then we had this like big ass bulky uh uh robot man in Warhammer. But I feel like that was because like Don Cheadle was older and he couldn't really, you know what I'm saying, get there. So I feel like because we've had him in the Marvel films already, I feel like Derek Luke could have played Rhodey and it would have been the same thing.
That's
We
interesting.
already had him in the Captain America films. But we know that being in the Marvel films, you can play a role and then get casted as some other shit later and nobody cares. I feel like the role that Derek Luke had initially in the Captain America Winter Soldier movie, we could have found somebody else to replace him and we could have took Derek Luke and put him as Colonel James Rhodes and let him be Rhodey, and we'd have had a better Rhodey throughout the whole MCU.
I'm gonna tell you who I was thinking.
Hmm.
That's interesting though. Aldous Hodge.
Okay, keep going.
I think you know. I know you never seen this show, but um, watching him and the city on the hill, this TV show that he did with Kevin Bacon. I was really able to see him, you know what I'm saying, in a different light when it comes to that. Now, it's not the Marvel type stuff, but also, seeing him play, he was MC Ren and Straight Outta Compton. But I think that Aldous Hodge is an actor that is severely, in my opinion, severely underrated. And I think that being able to get that Marvel, Disney under your belt, because I think that he's the appropriate age. Now he's younger than both of the people who played Rhodey, but he's old enough to have been like a quote unquote like captain in the Marines or whatever, whatnot.
Right.
So I think he's old enough to have been that, but young enough to continue the role for a while. Because now it's starting to look like you look at Don Cheadle now, it's like, yo, like,
That
yeah,
nigga
we
just as
know,
that nigga older than Iron Man.
yeah, like we
Nigga
like we
older than
know.
everybody in the Avengers.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like I just felt like that he would have had the charisma enough to get off, little jokes here and there because that's something that they try to do with the Avengers. They try to, I mean,
Yeah.
it is Disney. They want you to get a laugh here and there and stuff like that. I think that he has the charisma enough to be able to do that. I think he got the body type to do it. I think he's the appropriate age to be able to continue this role for a while. I
Hmm.
just think that his skills aren't utilized enough and I think that the Marvel stuff could take him to that next level, at least to that level where I feel that he should be.
I'm going to agree with you 100%, and I take my pick back, and I'm still in your pick now because now that I think about it, all this Hodge, right? We just seen him in Black Adam, and we
Yep.
seen him as Hawkman, and because Hawkman is not such a um beloved character, I don't think he got the praise that he did for playing Hawkman, because Hawkman is really the shit when you figure out like the shit that he can do and all that. So I figured that the effort and the energy that he gave Hawkman, and you take that and put it in Warhammer, Warhammer absolutely elevates. As a matter of fact, Anthony Mackie, right, and Sebastian Stan
Hmm.
in those Avenger movies, they dip down a little bit, and we get way more Warhammer, and it makes it 1,000 times better now. Because how fire is it to have two Iron Man suits flying through the air doing all that other shit? Seeing him and Robert Downey Jr. team up, right? Doing like the little tag team shit in the air, like flying through and doing all that shit and like fighting the enemies and everything, and they talking to each other, doing the back and forth and shit. That gets ayo, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Aldous Hodge is a great pick for that, for sure. That's an amazing pick, bro. I'm
Appreciate
with you. I'm thinking about that shit right now.
that.
That really is a great, like being able to see him on screen with the, you know what I'm saying, like with the interface and shit, and then he talking to Tony Stark. Yo, Tony, I got such and such. Yeah, that turns it up for sure. And then when he's actually on, you could actually make his suit a little bit more leaner. You don't have to
Mhm.
make like the big bulky suit that Don Cheadle has. You don't have to make that. You know what I'm saying? Then he could probably be like a little bit closer to the Iron Man suit, and he don't have to have that big ass gun on him. I hate the fact that they got that big ass gun on him. Like that shit is so lame to me, bro.
Understandable. I thought they did that to separate him from Iron Man, like you know what I'm saying, not
Well,
to make him look so much like Iron Man.
yeah, I mean, that's his suit. Like, don't get me wrong, that's his suit. But they've changed up shit in the MCU for sure, like
Yeah.
without a doubt. So they can have that to where like it come out his back or something. Like I don't know, because technically um his suit is not necessarily Stark Tech. It's Stark Tech and Hammer Tech, because Justin Hammer did some other shit to his suit. But yeah, that shit. Nah, I hate that he got that big ass minigun. And then like even with the way that the minigun is, like it shifts back on his back, and then like when it's time to fight, it like comes over his shoulder and shit, and he's shooting shit. So like that's what I'm saying. Like if they make his suit just a little bit smaller, like how Iron Man's is like, you know what I'm saying? It's way less clunky. You take that and you give that to like Aldous Hodge, and then he got the big ass minigun that come over his shoulder and shooting shit like the Predator. That's fire. That's way
Yeah.
more fire.
Yeah. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, for sure. I just like Don Cheadle just don't got the physicality for it. I think that's really what kills it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then like even when shit goes down, you don't see Don Cheadle fighting. I think with Aldous Hodge, you can actually see Aldous Hodge like getting busy and you know what I'm saying, like doing this thing. So yeah,
Okay.
for
Cool.
sure.
Cool. Glad you like that one.
Yeah, man, that was perfect. So do you got any more?
Nah, that's it, man. That's all I got.
Okay, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen. We hope you enjoyed as much of that as you could, um, and you can let us know what your favorites are. But before we do any of that, um, we don't have any fire flames, so let's get into the coming soon.
Do it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
So the next movie that I'm sorry, the next episode. I don't know why I said that. The next episode that we have is Insomnia.
Oh man.
Something that I suffer from every now and again. Uh, you, I think this was your pick, right?
Oh yeah, that's definitely my pick, man.
Okay,
I've been. This is one of my favorite Al Pacino movies.
yeah. So
Um,
break it down for us, brother.
Insomnia, man. And basically, he's a cop from I think San Francisco. A friend, an old partner friend of his. That's a cop in Alaska now. They got this cold case they need help with, so he goes up to Alaska. But there's a fucking yeah, you stupid. Uh, but
Hey man,
there's
that's a perfect setup.
and
Cold case in Alaska is crazy.
I think it was it was some kind of case. It was a case they couldn't solve. Or
Yeah,
it was a murder. It might have been a cold case. I can't remember exactly, but he flies up there, but he's under investigation for a wrongful shooting, and so his partner at the time was getting called by internal affairs and
internal
shit.
affairs. Yeah.
He was gonna sell him out. So during the time that they up there, they get a lead on this killer or whatever, which is played by Robin Williams. This is Robert Williams playing a
Straight man.
straight man,
Okay.
and and he shoots his partner and try to make it seem like it was the person that they was chasing, but Robin Williams saw his ass and was like, "Yo, I saw you shot your partner," and so he basically can't turn him in because he could tell on him for him, shooting his partner because his partner was gonna sell him out when they got back. So um, Hillary Swank is in it. Like it's I mean the cast is crazy. But it's a
Yeah.
really, really, really fucking good movie, man. One of my favorite movies. If I'm not mistaken, directed by Christopher Nolan.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
I I think, but this is before he started doing the camera like the way that he does it. Yes, directed by Christopher Nolan. I thought I was right. Yeah,
Okay.
yes, sir. So definitely looking forward to this one.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, definitely got to check this one out, man. If you guys have time to do that, make sure you do. If not, then you already know you can catch us on the next episode and hear all about it. Um, if you enjoyed our recasting, if you didn't enjoy our recasting, or if you just have some roles that you would like to recast yourself, or just tell us which roles should be untouched, feel free to hit us up on our socials on Instagram at View9Pod, on Facebook, VA Pod Watch Group. You can hit us up on the YouTube videos up under in the comments. Let us know. And last but not least, also subscribe to our channel. $2.99 a month. You can hit the link in the descriptions on all platforms, whether it be YouTube or Spotify, Apple, etc. Um, won't be disappointed at all. I promise you. We got some great, great content there. Behind the scenes episode is coming soon. So be on the lookout for that. And if you'd like to follow me personally, you can find me on X or Twitter at Scoots Bronson. I got a link tree in my bio. You can find me everywhere else there.
And y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram and on X. At 28 minutes or less. That's just on IG. Follow the podcast 28 minutes or less. Last episode is still 144, if I'm not mistaken, which is Cocaine Cowboys 2, Griselda and Charles. New episode is on the way. So be on the lookout for that. I got a great topic in mind that I'm planning on doing. So that's all I got, man.
Cool, man. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Um, your support is always greatly appreciated. Without you, there could be no us. Uh, I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, subscribe, like, share the YouTube channel, please. We're trying to build that right now, so make sure you show us as much love as possible with that. And until the next episode, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.